all your dreams are possible if you just believe. How many of you believe? How many of you have dreams in your heart? Raise your hand if you have dreams. Great. I know all of you have dreams. And all of them are possible. I'm going to share with you how you can make that happen. As you can see, I'm wearing my ruby red slippers. This is a miracle in itself. I mean, who would be able to find a pair of ruby red slippers in size 12, okay? I mean, they make them for children. So that's why I wear these. Because if you believe in God, believe in your heart. That's why I'm wearing my heart. Because we need to love others, love ourselves. And you believe in your mind, anything is possible. Because you are all a masterpiece. You are one of a kind. God made you unique and special. Do you realize that? Do you realize how special and loved that you are and how beautiful you are inside and out? I mean, I'm looking at you and you are all beautiful. And just wait till you see what's inside. I got to take a sneak peek at the dresses and the jewelry and the shoes. I was like, I want that pink dress. I want to go to the prom. I want to go back to high school. This is going to be fun. So I just wanted to share with you how unique and special you are and how each one of us has a gift. And my gift that I discovered a long time ago, that God gave me the gift of healing hands. And that's what I've been a chiropractor for over 20 years and been able to do that and help thousands of people over the last 20 years. And it's been a wonderful experience for me. I grew up in a small town in Connecticut, and I thought I was a healthy kid. We had a garden in our own backyard. The only health problems that I had was sinus and allergy problems. And my mom took me from doctor to doctor to doctor trying to figure it out. And the only solution came in a bottle. They wanted to give me drugs, surgery, medications. And my mom, after years of suffering, I finally discovered how chiropractic could help my allergies. And the chiropractor adjusted my neck, and then it changed my life because by adjusting my neck, I could finally breathe for the first time. And that inspired me to become a chiropractor. I said, wow, the chiropractor just uses their hands and heals somebody's body. So that was magical for me. So that stuck in the back of my head and said, maybe I'll do that. That sounds really good. Because I had a great childhood. I was in sports, played basketball because I'm 73 inches tall. So the coach chased me around the school till I said yes. And so I got to play lots of sports and have fun. And I had great jobs. My family was in the ice cream business. So we had French vanilla ice cream on our oatmeal every morning. So that was a real treat. I was the queen of cream. I mean, my job at age 13, I invented flavors and created sundaes and different shakes. So I had a blast loving ice cream and sweets, which now I know aren't that good for you. But anyways, stress spelled backwards is dessert. So eat dessert first if you want to be happy, right? So I started my journey. I went to college at the University of Connecticut and did my undergrad there, which I loved. But my real dream was to come to California. I had pictures of California while I was at school in Connecticut. And there was a chiropractic school in California. So I decided to go to school in California, even though there was a school in New York, only 2 hours from my house. And my parents were like, why would you go to school in California? Go to school in New York. There's earthquakes in California. Everybody was discouraging me from going to California. But I said, that's my dream. That's what I want to do. That's where my heart is. So I listened to myself. I followed my dream and came to California, even though I didn't know one person. I mean, I arrived at LAX with 2 suitcases and a dream. Nobody picked me up from the airport. I caught a shuttle. And my first friend that I met was at Whittier Cyclery because I couldn't even afford to buy a car. So I bought my 12-speed Bianchi and made a new friend. And that's where I began my journey and my dream. And God gave me the vision, heal the planet. And I didn't even know what heal the planet meant. He just said, you're going to heal the planet. That's what your vision and your mission is. So I studied at school. I worked really, really hard. I mean, school was intense. 8 hours of classes a day, 6 hours of studying a night. So it was year-round for almost 4 years. And then when I got out of school, I wanted to open up my own practice, but I was waiting to get my license. So I had a few bad experiences. See, everything doesn't run smoothly. I graduated top of my class. I thought I was doing great. And then I worked for this guy. How many of you ever had somebody take you, if you're on top of the world, tell you how bad you are and drop your self-esteem down to here? Has that ever happened to anybody? No, or just me? Okay. I'm the only one. So what I'm trying to tell you is I'm teaching you all the lessons that I've learned so you don't have to, experience. When it comes to you, you'll be like, yeah, I don't have to live like that, because people can't make you feel inferior without your consent. But people do a really good job. I mean, he did a really good number on me, making me think that I was no good. So by the end of working for him, I thought, man, I don't even know if I want to be a doctor. Maybe I won't be a good doctor. But I had to get that negative thought out of my head. And then I opened up my own practice. I had a one-room office in the back of somebody's office, and I did everything myself, answering my own phone, doing my own work, because I couldn't afford to hire anybody. But persevere, never giving up your dreams, the vision of wanting to heal the planet. So my dream became bigger than my fear. Did you know that the number one fear is public speaking? That people would rather die than speak in front of a group of people? Well, that was me. I'm like, I don't want to speak in front of people, but if I'm going to heal the planet and help people and build a practice, I need to talk to more than one person at a time, right? So I had a class at my office, and I was praying. I'm like, please, I hope nobody shows up. Really, it's not going to be any good. Please don't come. Please don't come. And 17 people came, and it was the best day of my life because people were actually interested in what I had to say. And it was amazing. I was like, wow, people want to learn how to be healthier. People want to learn how to decrease their stress. People want to learn how to eat healthier. And that inspired me. And then from that one little class, I've spoken all over the world. I've been asked to lecture on cruise ships. I've gone to the Caribbean. I mean, I've traveled and spoken to all kinds of companies. I go into the schools and talk to the kids. I did a stress program for teachers. I speak at churches. And I mean, it's just blossomed. And from that, I created books and videos on health and stretching and exercise. So it all started from a little girl in Connecticut having a dream to come to California against everybody's will and making things happen. So after I got out of that one-room office, because that was another bad experience, and I finally had my own space with my own name, and I got on my knees and I thanked God. I said, thank you, I'm finally free. And then I got to do everything that I wanted to do. I mean, I love kids, I love helping children. So I mean, I even adjust newborn babies. I had a whole kids area. I had the Wall of Fame where people would put their drug bottles. I mean, people that had asthma would give me their inhalers because they didn't need them anymore. And I even had a kid come from Belgium that couldn't walk, had braces on his legs. He was in a wheelchair. And for the first time after I worked on him, he was able to walk down the hallway without braces on his legs. And fast forward, I hadn't seen him since he was 13. He came to see me last year when he was 21, and he's independently living. He has 3 jobs. I mean, his whole life has changed. He plays hockey, wheelchair hockey, and he goes, I play that video every day of me walking down the hall. So it's like one person can make a difference. Any dream that you have, you can totally change somebody's life. Do you realize that? I mean, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. And what people don't realize, people look at fame and fortune because everybody's into celebrities and famous people, and people think, wow, they're really lucky. Do you know how do you spell luck? Luck is spelled W-O-R-K. Because the harder you work, the luckier you get. You know, you can't just put your sign on the door and say, open for business. You have to get out there, you have to meet people, you have to speak to people, you have to really believe in what you're doing and be passionate about it and making a difference in your life. And most people don't realize that bad things happen to good people. They do. People think if you're a good person, then you're going to have smooth sailing. Unfortunately, it's not the truth. I mean, Yesenia, unfortunately, her life ended tragically, but she had a dream. She had an amazing dream. This is her dream. And her mother Elizabeth is making this happen. I mean, we wouldn't even be here today if it weren't for Yesenia. This one girl had vision. She had dream to help young women. And this is happening. So to me, this is so inspirational. This is so amazing as to what one person can do. And that's what dreams are all about. So today you're going to have makeup, you're going to have new hair, you're going to have a new dress, shoes, jewelry, and you're going to be beautiful. But the most important thing is you're beautiful on the inside. Do you realize that? Do you believe that you're beautiful? What do you say to yourself when you look in the mirror? Say, I'm so good looking, right? I look good, yeah. But most people don't, right? Does anybody have negative self-talk in their head? Okay? If you're tall, you want to be short. If you're short, you want to be tall. If you have brown hair, you want blonde hair. If you have blue eyes, you want brown eyes. I mean, right? Isn't that the truth? So you have to be happy with the skin that you're in. You have to be happy with who you are. And that's what I want you to do, is to be able to look in the mirror and say, I love and appreciate myself, and really believe it. I mean, it took me a long time. I never loved and appreciated myself. It was easier for me to love other people, but I'm like, I don't really, do I love myself? Do I appreciate myself? But that's so important. If that's one thing that you can take away, is to love and appreciate yourself, that would be the most. How many of you think you can do that? How many of you can look in the mirror every morning and say, I love me? Even in my office, I put a sign, I love me, above the mirror. Because, I mean, these are messages that we need to realize on how that can make a difference. Loving, caring about yourself, nurturing yourself. And beauty is not skin deep. You can be beautiful on the outside, but you have to have an open heart. If you've been hurt, you need to open your heart. You need to forgive. You need to love, because the only person you're hurting is yourself if you don't live with that open heart, right? That makes a huge, huge difference. I mean, Mother Teresa, one little tiny lady, made a difference. And she said, people are more starving for love and appreciation than they are for food and water. Do you believe that? Because people need that. People need that. And you guys get to go to the prom, you get to have a new dress. This is amazing, isn't it? How many of you are excited? Passionate. Okay, so this is your assignment. For the next week, I want you to sit down quietly. I want you to shut your phone off, okay? Somebody might text you, but that's okay. We'll let it go. Shut off your phones, your iPod, the TV, and just sit quietly. Just sit quietly and say, what is my gift? What is my dream? And just sit quietly and you'll get the answer. If you do that every day, and then it creates a habit that you may want to do that every day and just dream. I mean, grab a sheet of paper and write down 100 dreams that you have. You're like, I don't have 100 dreams. Trust me, once you start writing it, you just go crazy. Play your favorite song and just start writing all your dreams, and you'll be amazed at what's inside of you. It's just we never take the time to sit still and really make a difference and really take the time to do that. How many of you plan on doing that starting tomorrow? Yes? Because it will make a difference. These are lessons that I wish somebody had sat me down and told me at your age. Nobody told me. I didn't know I had to learn these things for myself. That's why I'm in the midst of writing a book, Love Energy Around the World. Love and energy is the 9 principles that I learned. Love, let go of the past. Love each other. Open your heart. Write a love note. Say thank you. Gratitude. Gratitude is so important. You need to be grateful for what you have, because you have more than anybody else. Somebody else is always going to have more than you, and somebody else is always going to have less than you, right? So you need to be grateful for all the things. And then that creates happiness and joy and an enlightened spirit within you. Does that make sense? So how many of you just can't wait to get started today? Right. How many of you have more dreams than you had 15 minutes ago? How many of you are going to achieve all your goals, dreams, and desires for your life? Right on. I am here to support you in any way that I can. If you want to leave me your name and email, I can put you on my free online newsletter that goes out monthly about health and wellness and energy so that you guys can learn about your health, because health starts with you. You can change. Small changes can make a huge difference in your life. So I'd like to thank you for today, and you guys are going to have an amazing day. I'm going to help you inside as well. And if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to talk to you. I love and appreciate you. You're beautiful. You're a treasure. You're a princess. Think of yourself wearing that tiara. You are all princesses. Not only today, but every day. And I want to see that happen. I want to see the big smiles on your face. Smiling, laughter, joy. It's fun to be a kid. I love being a kid. I'm not old. I'm a kid. It's fun to be a kid, okay? So enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Enjoy every moment. And I'd just like to thank Elizabeth for making this happen, because this is an amazing dream that she's making happen. So thank you so much, and God bless you.